Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Tech and Beyond. I am Deepti Joshi Vidvansa, Managing Director and co-founder of Blue Altair and your host for today. Today we are going to discuss a topic very close to everyone's heart these days, enablement, AI journey, and making sure that how we can enable all the enterprises to make most of the AI world today where everyone is talking about agents taking action on your behalf and automating everything that you can do, or most of it that you can do on enterprise level. Having right data is one of the biggest thing a lot of people are keeping off their charts. And to discuss this topic, we have Samruddhi with us today, who is going to deep dive into this data journey and how it can enable us on our AI enterprise related initiatives. Hi Samriddhi, welcome to our session today.
Hey, hi Dipti, thank you. Always excited to be part of Take and Beyond and exchange our thoughts here. I am Samruddhi. I work with Blue Altair from last 1 decade in the data management and Blue Labs capabilities. Uh, Having started my career 2 decades back in CRM, I have seen data from the other side of the fence and moving to data quality, data governance, and master data management. Uh, Seeing the data, how crucial it is in the enterprise's journey. Having said that, it's great to be part of this take and beyond and exchanging thoughts here.
Excellent. Now that we are on this topic, Samriddhi, can we start with the challenges that we are facing, or most of the challenges that you have seen on the enterprise level when we are talking about AI enablement across the industry?
Sure. I think the main challenge that enterprise face, they do want to take advantage of the AI advances, want to apply that. But these algorithms are good to the extent the underlying data they are dealing with. So these are just the empty promises in case you don't have the correct data underneath it. And that's the main challenge currently enterprises are facing. To put it in, say, common terminologies, the disparate data sources wherein data is lying into their own departments within the firm, and there is no global view of the data. At the same time, operational inefficiencies, which actually leads the duplicate efforts underneath carried out by different departments for their own needs. There is no a combined layer wherein you can pull the data from. So that's another challenge which enterprises are facing right now because of this data is overlooked at some point of time. At the same time, there are data governance challenges wherein the compliance needs by the external agencies are now more and more prominent in certain industries, as well as we are seeing it overall for all the industries, especially the privacy laws. Those are getting enforced across the global. And that's get challenging if you have your data within silos. There is no unified way of looking at the data. So compliance need operational inefficiencies, and the most important part to it is the advanced analytics which you want to run right as a global enterprise, keeping your regional integrity intact of data as well as the operations. Global level reporting is the biggest need right now, to be able to run your structured data against the unstructured data that is getting accumulated. So that is another challenge which overall all the industries, all everywhere people are facing. So these are some key points I would say. When you look at data unification as one of the topic, we need to look at from where it is coming. So these are few challenges which I can state.
Very nicely said, Samriddhi. I think you have uh, probably covered all the challenges that we can think of in current uh, world where data is growing exponentially. Actually, this reminds me of the story that most of us know about Troy and the Trojan horse, where the gesture was taken as a peace treaty and to end the war, while Troy was celebrating. the Trojan horse was used as a decoy and destroyed the entire Troy.
Oh, yeah, I think it's a good analogy to the current situation wherein enterprises may lose out on certain insights if they don't look at data holistically. To the example that you just cited, it's more of seeing the data, the factual data, and then getting the right insight to take the decision, right? So that is where I think Troy missed it out and it turned out to be decoy. Similar way, I think enterprises needs to look at data in a holistic way, link it together in a right way to get the correct insights that benefits in decision making, because you are not putting certain related data layer on which you can run your analytics or on which you can run your advanced AI ML algorithm, be it predictive analysis, be it trained analysis. This all needs that trusted layer and in the timely fashion, I would say.
Absolutely. So, when we are talking about challenges, I think the next question immediately arises is how to deal with this problem, right? So, I know that it's not just the history example that we cited, but in even today's world, when there are so many enterprises in different sectors, and even if we consider something like bank, right, where you have different departments, you have loan and mortgage, you have retail banking, you have wealth management. There are different business units working with the respective customers, and like not able to see what goes beyond that, how we can help them manage their wealth, or like what kind of loan we can go and sort of put in front of them as a marketing campaign. And otherwise, like we all know the sort of annoyance that we have of getting calls from customer
Right.
care, offering us loans that we don't want, right? So the next immediate topic that we can probably cover is how to deal with this problem.
Absolutely. I think you pointed the current trend, which is your personalized yet not annoying marketing or the customer service, right? So that's where you were pointing to. And yes, coming to how part of it, I think it does have certain steps. I would say it is tool agnostic. It's more of part of your data strategy, wherein you are looking at one level up and putting your data as an asset, most important asset, unless and until it is refined and usable in the timely fashion. It cannot be asset, it's just the data lying around, right? So that's where we want it to be part of your strategy, because it does touch each and every part of your business processes or technology aspect of it or people aspect of it. To start with, I would say it's first, of course, the assessment. Understand where all the data lying. Understand your critical data elements. Understand your critical data sources. Bringing in that. Point down to a key business problem, and then going to those sources to relate the data, get data at one place, create that trusted layer, which is giving you the 360 view of your critical data elements. And that is where the starting point would be. Going next, of course, getting your integration in place, wherein you are pulling data from different sources as well as putting it in a storage layer where it is accessible in a secured manner to all. Now, when you're putting data into this layer, which is getting data from different sources and putting it there, we can't just put it there, right? Again, it will be a swamp wherein you're not able to get data where it is understood by all the departments or business units in the same language, right? So that is where canonical modeling, data modeling comes into play, wherein you uh, get that buying from all the stakeholders from the different business units and get data transformed to that canonical layer wherein it is understood or understandable by all the business requirements, as well as it is interoperable for the different consumers. So that is how you start with it. So your assessment leading to tool selection, leading to your model, and getting the integration in place wherein you have this data put in such a way that it is available for everyone for the usage.
Absolutely. I think this naturally goes into having a proper roadmap and a roadmap
Yes.
assessment done before you even delve into your AI initiatives, right? Like you don't want a bad decision and that to be executed by an AI agent on its own without having your intervention. So I think this is a very good step to start with. So in terms of, like now that we are talking about roadmap assessment, how you have already mentioned couple of steps in your previous point, but how typically a roadmap assessment or a roadmap for data unification and eventually AI journey looks like?
So as I mentioned, it does touch each and every process that you are doing, right? I mean, in day-to-day business processes, and data is flowing from one place to another, and it's there. It's part of your day-to-day business. To start with, assessment, a quick assessment. I won't say that you spend a lot of time in getting to the conclusion. Pick up a point wherein you want to address certain, say you want reporting to be quicker, and this is just an example. That's your ask from the business, and you can pick up that and then run the assessment against that. Select your data elements, pinpoint the sources, get going with the roadmap wherein you have the sources collated in such a way that you have that trusted layer created. And of course, tool selection and the integration is key aspect of it. With the cloud technologies in place, I think it's not one tool or other, it's more of what suits you better. So that is where your roadmap journey starts. Of course, it's the phased approach wherein you start small, build upon that. Once your framework is ready, you build upon that, getting more and more sources acquainted and creating that golden layer or trusted layer available for your AI/ML initiatives as well as your regular analytics pieces. This also brings me to another point. As we have seen, there is a rise in unstructured data as well, right? And there is a need wherein you would like to analyze that unstructured data. But just analyzing unstructured data won't help. You have your core data in a structured format, which has been there since your business started, right? So having that structured data available and uh, to be ready for extrapolating on your unstructured or semi-structured data that now you are accumulating is the key. So when structured data is available in the timely manner and in the accurate manner, that is where the overall process of extrapolating your unstructured data as well as your semi-structured data now that you are accumulating using these AI/ML initiatives in a faster way gives a competitive edge, right? Because you are already having that framework in place. So that is where I think we need to start. It is a more of a continuous strategy which is agreed firm wide, and that is how you align and get that trusted layer.
Absolutely. I mean, I think you have said it quite well. And stitching all the points together, I think that eventually leads into data governance aspect of it as
Right,
well, right?
absolutely.
Like when we talk about people, process, and technology, and binding it together, knowing exactly what data means for each and every
Mm-hmm.
department, having to being able to identify data, like in a right way, in a unique way, and in a correct way. I think with this particular journey, we will have that right picture of data.
Absolutely. I mean, definitely when you talk about data unification, definitely one of the driver is your AI/ML initiatives which you want to run. Of course, getting your siloed data in a layer wherein you are seeing it as a global layer or the consolidated layer. At the same time, it is enabling you for your advanced analytics because your data is now available in the accurate manner, wherein you don't have to go and spend duplicate efforts in uh, department wise. Whenever you need, you are getting that data. At the same time, there is an increasing trend of basically using this trusted data which your firm owns with the third party data which is there, and it definitely gives you different kind of insights. And uh, if you don't have this layer in place, like you are spending duplicate efforts, say one department getting data from third party and then they are doing their own thing versus another department. So that is where the age wherein you the competitive age that you get is getting that faster access to your trusted data layer.
Absolutely. So, having talked about some of these things in a generic way, right?
Mhm.
That yes, these are the theoretical aspect of enabling enterprises for their AI journey, getting their data right, talking about data unification, and even how it can help with data governance and other initiatives, or rather, important aspect for any enterprises
Mhm.
these days, right? Can we also talk about how Blue Altair has helped such enterprises and what kind of challenges we have seen firsthand our clients facing?
Oh, absolutely. We've been working with our clients in different capacities and seeing the results of it. At the same time, the recent example being a financial client, wherein we have helped them in a quick assessment. They were heading towards exponential growth in their business, as well as looking forward for modernization kind of initiatives, so that they are able to run AIML analytics pieces, be it predictive analysis, more or segmentation in a quicker manner. So that is where we started collaborating with them and first ran the quick assessment, as I had mentioned in the roadmap. Understanding the current state of data as well as the architecture is the most important piece of it. Started with that, ran a quick assessment, understood their critical business needs as well as critical business data elements. And from there, we drew a roadmap with quick wins, wherein the implementation is not a very long implementation and seeing the results only at the end of the plan, but having it in a phased manner, seeing the wins in quicker manner, onboarding the sources in phased manner. And that is how the impact is very visible. We have gone from on the tool wherein the Databricks based Delta Lake architecture has been implemented. Processing speed and transformation of data is also utilized by the Databricks kind of technology. And the main challenge which was there from business, that the reports were available or at a latter stages, was reduced now almost by 40% because of the processing speed or the boost that has come up. And main important aspect of this is having that trusted layer available for other consumers as well as for now running your AIML initiatives. Move their ML algorithms to Databricks again, enabling them for ML ops, and that helped them in running their ML algorithms in different manner and seeing the accuracies of the models and selecting what best suits for them. So that is how the journey continues with the client with the visible results in the this particular domain. And I think these are the key drivers. As I mentioned, Dipti, we've seen this in other verticals as well, wherein the manual processes are turned into automation or duplicate resolution because you had data in different applications, and then having that consolidated as 360 view of your customers and giving that personalized ability, personalized kind of CX to your end customer. So yeah, it touches at different layers, and we've been part of this journey very closely with the clients.
As you said, Samriddhi, this architecture was based on Databricks and Delta Lake. But I think in today's changing world, technology can be anything. Processes and how you strategize for your entire journey is equally critical.
Yes, I think you summarized it in a clear manner that technology is your enabler, and depending on your architectural needs, you can select the tool. Of course, that's part and parcel, but there are ample tools which are available, and best suited is one we should go for.
Excellent. So, in today's fast paced world, AI ML is heavily relying on unified and correct data. Having right data unification strategies in place will help you go long way. Garbage in, garbage out. So, we don't want to be in that place where we are having our AI agents relying on a bad data. Blue Altair helps our clients with such AI initiatives. Turn your data from liability to asset. For more information, reach out to us on our website mentioned below. For more such content, follow us on our LinkedIn and subscribe to this YouTube channel.